So I request everyone to go on mute unless and until you're actually talking, please.
We are live, sir.
Okay. Thanks, Dewey.
We shall start, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. It is a great pleasure to meet all of you in this special occasion micro virtual summit, Deep Grade AI Tutor Champions Award ceremony today. So we will start this event with a prayer song.
Yeah, Radhika, we are not able to hear the audio.
Is it audible now, sir?
No. No.
Technology challenges.
So since we have audio glitches, maybe I thought I will start the session with a sloka myself, and then maybe I can do that bit today. So since we have all the gurus over here, I would like to start with this prayer. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So Arthat, all the gurus already know. Guru is the divine or the ultimate divine, more than even God or even than Lord Shiva or Lord Vishnu or Lord Brahma. So meaning he is the ultimate creator of all. So we have the esteemed gurus over here. We have Dr. Ajit, who is the chief guest for today's event. And we have Dr. B. Ravi, we have Dr. Nayak. These are our gurus whom we hold really high in our heart every single day and who keep us on our toes and who guide us through these very darkest hours. So this last 2 years has been one of the most toughest challenges that humankind has actually faced, not just the education community or not just the students or not just the teachers, but the humankind has faced. And to traverse through these very tough times, we need really enlightened gurus. And these gurus were very capable or probably very trained, though themselves have never faced such a challenge. They were sharp enough or they were enlightened enough to guide all of us, all the younger generation as such. And today, this evening, we are in such a wonderful state where when we started out Deep Grade, when we started out building Deep Grade as such, it was a challenging product itself because we had to do a lot of concept selling rather than product selling. We had to first introduce the concept to all the schools, introduce the concept to the teachers, explain to them on why it is important and how artificial intelligence is going to play a very major part in the future. And all these teachers present over here who are going to be awarded today, they have taken this challenge right across, and then they have been really very, very strongly working on Deep Grade and helping us and supporting us and giving us so many inputs about how to build the product or giving us instantaneous feedbacks on what is that we should do right or what we are doing right. All of these have come from these wonderful teachers. Though we have picked about 25 teachers today, but this is not just the list. We still have many more teachers who have actually helped us out. Hope we will be able to say a thank you to them in the near future. But more interestingly, this award is not just an award that we are giving to them. This is more of the gratitude that we want to say. Thank you so much for helping us, and thank you for helping us to help you as well. So really a pleasure welcoming the guests. I would like to introduce the chief guest for today, and then the special guests for today, our own Dr. Ravi sir and our own Dr. Nayak sir. But I will first start with Ajit sir. So I hope I have been given only 5 minutes to introduce the guest. I am not sure 5 minutes is enough to talk about Ajit sir, but I will try to concise my speech in as many less number of words as possible. So Dr. Ajit, a legend in the education sector in India as such, and not only India, in the whole world, we can say. He is currently the managing director of Dr. APJ Consultancy, which is based out of Chennai. He is the ex-governing body member, ex-center board of the secondary education, University Madras, ex-member convener committee, ex-member of Senate and Academic Council in University of Madras, senior principal of Bhavans Rajarji Vidyashram in Chennai for 32 plus years, an award-winning teacher, principal, mentor, who's mentoring multiple educational institutions on achieving educational excellence as such. A few of his accolades that he has achieved over the past few years: the 12th National Science Olympiad Best Principal Award, All India Best Teacher Award, Jindal Award, Best CBSE Principal 2003, Best CBSE Principal 2004, Best Principal Award again 2006, Best Principal Green Award in 2010, Best School Administration and Management Award, Best Teacher Award in 2009, and a Best Award for Inculcating Indian Culture among students, National Best Teacher Outstanding Service in the Field of Education, Padma Vidyasagar, Sarvasesht Guru, top 100 principals in the country, top 100 principals in the country, Vocational Excellence Award, and these are some of the awards which Dr. Ajit has acquired or received in the past few years as such. So I am so happy, I'm so thrilled to welcome Dr. Ajit to this wonderful occasion. I believe that he is one of the right candidates or the most apt candidate to motivate the teachers for doing such an excellent job or such an excellent work in using deep grade, and as well as in their own going through these toughest challenging times as such. So next, I would like to introduce Dr. Priyadashi Nayak. So when I was introducing Dr. Nayak, I was saying our own Dr. Nayak and our own Dr. Ravi. So I cannot spell my gratitude in words of what is the help that we have got from Dr. Nayak. We met him last year, and where even during these pandemic times, he had a very patient ear for what deep grade was. And he has been another guiding force in helping us through in channelizing and building the right product. And then he has been helping us out in putting the product also in front of the right audience so that we get enough traction with respect to the product and it reaches the leadership as such in the education sector in India. So Dr. Nayak himself being a leader, a very strong leader in the education sector in India and abroad as well. And he is the current senior principal of Doon Group of Schools. He is the founder principal of Doon Group of Schools. He is also the founder chairman of CED Foundation and Global Talk Education Foundation. We are so privileged to welcome you, sir, for today's event. And really thanks a lot for sparing your time. I know how tough it is for us to get half an hour of your time. And thank you so much for coming in today.
Pleasure. My pleasure to be with this particular event. And exclusively when we talk about AI, it really it touched my heart when we talk about AI. And AI mission we have started before the CBSE has started.
Excellent, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So last but not the least, so we have Dr. Ravi, former regional director NIOS, and the senior advisor for academics of SmartAil, and also the dean of education in DAV group of schools right now. And how do I say about Ravi sir? So we very sincerely tell that Ravi sir is our boss. So me and Aslam say that, okay, we report to Ravi sir, though we call ourselves the co-founders of the company. But Ravi sir has been the pivot force for us, and in telling us on how to even why we are building this product. He keeps reminding us every day on whether you do not deviate and you do not build a product only for the creamy layer. This is what Ravi sir tells us every time we meet him. Please don't build a product only for where the big schools can use. Please go to the ground root. Please ensure that even a government school or even a school which is in a rural area, they should be able to use your product. They should get benefited from the product, and only then your product, you could call yourself as somebody who is really making a difference in the education sector as such. So my humble pranams to you, sir. I don't know. I cannot.
Thank you. No.
I cannot contain this in words in the few minutes that I get. But my real humble pranams to you. Thank you so much for being our guiding force. And your words today is going to charge up all the teachers, all the gurus who are with us today. And thank you so much for coming in today. So we will start with a speech from Dr. Ajit sir. Sir, over to you. The next 15 minutes is yours. And
15 minutes is too much. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. So maybe you could throw some light on how artificial intelligence is going to create a huge impact, and why you are seeing the significance, and from your viewpoint, how are things happening as such. So I'll take leave right now, and then I will leave the podium to you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Swami. Thank you. Good evening, friends, and good evening to all the principals or teachers, those who have been selected to get this award this evening. I think you are all privileged to get this award from this great institution. We have seen Best Teacher Award. We have seen Best Creator Award. But I think SmartAil is the first organization which is giving an award for using the artificial intelligence in your teaching and learning process. And this pandemic has created a new dimension for all the teachers. And in the NEP 2020, if they're going to redo the entire curriculum for the teacher education, I think who is going to do it? I think Kasturirangan has been given the charge of heading the 12-member committee, which is going to cover the NCF 2021. Definitely, the technology will have a role in that. So this artificial intelligence, AI, if you want me to call this AI, I will say all-inclusive. That's called artificial intelligence. Whether it is a teaching or a learning or questioning or answering some of your questions, as pointed out by my friend Nayak, he is the one who is spreading the message of artificial intelligence through various webinars along with Dr. M.M. Pant. And the same way, the chatbot, that is where the artificial intelligence is being used. I think I can proudly say that Bhavan School at Chennai was the first school to introduce the chat box some 4 years back itself. I introduced, and I think I dedicated to that service, bot service to the parents. They can type the queries about admission, about examination, about the leave, etc., and they'll get the answer. I think I have dedicated the service to the parents on one Friday evening, and that next Monday, Microsoft has introduced bot services in India. So before Microsoft could introduce in India, Bhavan School at Chennai was the first one to do it. So technology is my passion, and everybody calls me as the technology man, and I created the paperless school, first paperless school in India, right from the admission till the transfer certificate and fees payment. Everything is online, report cards online, and the parents can digitally sign and they can send. Everything was done. Now, the pandemic, that was the time for the administrator to use the technology. Now, the pandemic has turned all the teachers, irrespective of the subject, into a technology man. Unless otherwise they know how to operate a mobile, or unless otherwise they know how to operate a Zoom or Microsoft Team or Google Meet, they cannot teach. Now the extension of the pandemic in the last 2.5 years has created all the teachers as a technology-enabled teachers. I'm very, very happy about it. Now, teaching is over and testing is over. Now comes the evaluation part of it. Unfortunately, the teachers are not able to come to school. Children are not able to come and write the examination. Even if they write the examination, and paper correction becomes very, very difficult. All the CBSE principals will agree with me that 2 years back, when the pandemic just started, how CBSE was struggling to evaluate the papers, calling the teachers because the respective state government, they are not allowing the teachers to come to school, and there is no solution for it. Now, when I heard that Smart Tile is coming out with the solution, how to evaluate the paper, I was so happy about it. So when I was the acting Vice Chancellor during the year 2018 and 19 for Madras University, I also came across such a product, and we were discussing about it to implement in Madras University. But by the time the new Vice Chancellor has been appointed, so I have to come out of the convener committee. So I am very happy that Smart Tile has come out and using this AI very beautifully. And this machine learning and artificial intelligence are key drivers of growth and innovation across all industries. And the education sector is no different. According to e-learning industry, about 47% of learning management tools will be enabled with the AI capabilities in the years to come. That means AI is going to play a major role in the education sector. While AI-powered solutions have been in the EdTech space for some time, the industry has been slow to adopt them. However, the pandemic drastically shifted the landscape, as I told you earlier, and forcing educators to rely on technology for virtual learning. Now, 86% of the educators say technology should be a core part of education. As I was mentioning, that the NCF committee, they have to look definitely what is the role of technology in education in future. I hope Kasturi Rangan will give a due weightage for the technology, and all the schools will be equipped with technology. So AI has the power to optimize both learning and teaching, helping the education sector evolve to better benefit students and teachers alike. Now, what are the benefits? If you take, let me say that, let me take two things. One is, what is the benefit of AI for students and what is the benefit for the educators? Now, let us first take what is the AI benefits for the students. When we break it down, a student's goal is simple: obtain a degree or diploma providing their knowledge. AI can help students achieve this goal by streamlining the education process, by providing access to the right courses, improving communication with teachers, and freeing up more time to focus on the aspects of life. AI can make a significant impact on students' educational journey. I'll give you a few examples. Personalization. You know, in a class of 40 children, giving personal attention is very, very difficult. And when we have a PTA, that is the major concern. The teacher is not listening to my son, he is not getting the attention of the teachers, etc. But with this help of AI, personalization is one of the biggest trends in education. And with the use of AI, students now have a personalized approach to learning programs based on their own unique experiences and preferences. AI can adopt to each student's level of knowledge, speed of learning, and desired goals, so they are getting the most out of their education. Plus, AI-powered solutions can analyze students' previous learning histories and identify their weakness and offer courses best suited for improvement, providing many opportunities for a personalized learning experience. And now coming to the tutoring, while it is not uncommon for students to require extra help outside the classroom, many teachers don't have free time for students after school hours. AI tutors and chatbots are a perfect solution in these situations or in this scenario. While no chatbot can truly replace an educator, AI tools can help students sharpen the skills and improve weak spots outside the classroom. They provide a one-on-one learning experience without having the teacher next to them and answer their questions all over the day. In fact, an AI-powered chatbot can answer students' questions at a reasonable rate of 2.7 seconds. Then quick responses. There is nothing more frustrating than asking a question only to have it answered 3 days later or a week later by a teacher. Teachers and faculty are often bombarded with repetitive questions on a daily basis. AI can help students find their answers to the most commonly asked questions in seconds through support automation and conversational intelligence. Not only does this free up a lot of time for the educators, but it also helps students spend less time tracking down answers or waiting for a response to their questions. And also the universal 24/7 access to learning. AI-powered tools make learning accessible for all students anytime and anywhere. Each student learns at their own space, and we as an educator, all of us know about it. And the 24/7 access makes it easier for students to explore what works for them without waiting for an educator or a teacher. Additionally, students from all over the world can gain access to highly quality education without incurring traveling and living expenses going out of India or out of their own country. Now, when you're coming to the benefits of AI for educators, most teachers and faculty aren't afraid to admit they struggle with time management, which is understandable, given the number of tasks on a daily to-do list, and educators want to spend more time in educating students one-on-one, diving into research and continuing their own education, but don't have the availability to do so. AI can help free up educators' time by automating the task, analyzing students' performance, and closing the educational gap easily. I'll give one or two examples. Personalization. Just as AI can personalize students' learning output courses, it can do same for educators. By analyzing the students' learning abilities and history, AI can give teachers a clear picture of which subjects and lessons need to be evaluated. This analysis allows teachers to create the best learning program for all students by analyzing each student's specific needs. Teachers and professors can adjust their courses to address the most common knowledge gaps or challenges area before a student falls too far behind from the benchmarking. Now, answering the questions. With access to school's entire knowledge base, AI-powered chatbots can answer a variety of generic and repeated questions students typically ask without involving a faculty member next to them. In bypassing the educator, all AI leaves more time for them to focus on lesson planning, curriculum research, or improving students' engagement. And task automation. The power of AI can automate the most mundane of tasks, including administrative work, grading papers, assessing learning patterns, replying to general questions, and more. According to a survey, teachers spend 31% of the time planning lesson plans, grading tests, and doing administrative work. However, with the support of automation tools, teachers can automate manual process leaving more time to focus on teaching core competencies. So now we have online teaching, we have online textbooks. So from online textbooks to fully remote lectures, the advancements in EduTech are tenfolded. Today, AI plays a role in helping students and teachers optimizing and automate both learning and teaching tasks. As the AI industry expands and innovation is at the forefront, we will see we are already some of us are already seeing what the AI is going to play a major role in evaluating the papers. I'm very happy and proud that Smart Tail has come out with the solution to evaluate the papers using the AI by giving the marking scheme to the machine and scanning the papers, and within few seconds or few minutes you will get the paper evaluated and get the marks. And also the other interesting fact, what fascinating fact about their product is the different kind of handwritings. The machine is going to recognize different kinds of handwriting. All that also they have done and they worked on it. And I'm very happy to be here as a chief guest and to address all of you and take part in the awards, the award giving ceremony. And thanks for the opportunity given to me. Thank you. Over to Swami.
Thank you so much, sir. Really enlightening indeed. There is a lot of aspects where AI is going to play a very, very major role. Probably I will try to just quote a couple of things from your speech as such. So you were mentioning that the moment you did a paperless school, then Microsoft Teams or other companies came about, and then, or the chatbot was introduced by Microsoft Teams. So very interestingly, yesterday we received, or yesterday or a couple of days back, we received a competition invite from United States of America. It is on the National Assessment of Education Progress. So they have a body called as ed.government, where they have National Assessment of Education Progress, NAEP, and there's a challenge which has been put for automated scoring. So the challenge is accurately, if I may share my screen for everyone to see, I will go ahead and do that right now. I hope everyone is able to see my screen right now.
Yes, we can see.
Yes. So this is the challenge. I've just put it across over here. And the challenge is accurately and transparently predicting score of test items. And if we read the description of what the challenge is, we are seeking submissions of automated scoring models to score constructed response times for the National Assessment of Educational Progress Reading Assessment. The purpose of the challenge is to help NAEP determine the existing capabilities, accuracy metrics, the underlying validity evidence of assigned scores, and costs and efficiencies of using automated scoring with the NAEP reading assessment items. The challenge requires the submissions to demonstrate interoperable models, providing score predictions using these models, etc. So I will not get into the technicality part of it. But very, very interesting is that whatever the NAEP in US is talking about as a challenge and giving it out.
197900.
So whatever the US is talking about as a challenge right now, the national education is in the US government is talking about as a challenge and then giving out and asking for solutions, is a product that is already existing with us as DeepGrade. And these teachers who are here, who are already pioneering or using this particular product. So which means that today, incidentally, I saw another news from the Prime Minister saying that India has jumped from the score of innovation index from 48 to 46 this year. So in 2015, we were at the score of 86, and today we are at 46, which means in 6 years, we have come halfway through, and then we are at 46 right now, which really means that these kind of innovative products, it is not like always the West has to build it and then we will later consume it. Now the era is going to change where India can produce these innovative products and then take it out to the global market. So I am so proud when I saw this challenge we are trying to see if we can participate this challenge and win it. It's very easy for us. So that's what I am at least thinking. But I'm so proud that we are well ahead of time. And then here there are so many teachers who are actually also are well ahead of time, not only within India, but with the global competition as such. So congratulations to all the award winners today. I just wanted to take this opportunity to mention this, because how vital is this information? It is so, I can't sit in my seat. I want to jump in joy that we have already accomplished something which they are still thinking about as a research area. So this is one. And then over to Dr. Nayak sir. Nayak sir, we know that we have had a lot of discussions about CBSE, and AI has been introduced as a course in CBSE, and you have, even before CBSE even thought about the AI, we did in our Bangalore conference introduce CBSE, I mean AI as a course, etc. So now my question is that how is this being pursued? How are we actually, how is CBSE actually looking at artificial intelligence, not only in the curriculum, but across the board as such? How are they planning? And since you are a CBSE resource person yourself, and then you have coffee with the CBSE secretary, we thought that you can give us some inside news of what's brewing over there and what can keep us motivated enough. Thank you, Dr. Nayak sir. Please, over to you.
Thank you, Swami and Aslam, both the, I can say, the heroes of introducing artificial intelligence to the market. My sincere regards to Dr. Ajit Prasad Jain. When he talks about implementing, paperless work, I have heard from him, when he was working with the schools, and since then, I was knowing how keen. When we talk about, we talked about Professor Pant as an AI guru. I even also say Dr. Ajit Prasad Jain is also an AI guru. So that way, when he was speaking, my
thank you.
My sincere gratitude regards to Dr. P. Ravi, who has been excellent, for me to motivate and make Aslam and Swami introduce also. He's the person who has been very kind enough to be, and for which I am here today. AI is, when we talk about AI is something which is going to happen in every aspect of life, in everyone's life, every place, everywhere, not only in education, but every aspect. So I must salute to all the teachers, those who have been a part and parcel to a smart tale, for their outstanding contribution. It is not only teachers. I can say the World Economic Forum, if at all I am not wrong, in January 2020 meeting, which was held to estimate that about 1 billion people in the world have to be reskilled by year 2030. And India is one of the founding members of this reskilling mission. So friends, I think Smart Tail also a part to this mission, which is doing it. It is a time to everyone to become aware of the, we can say, criticality of self-learning, the attributes of successful self-learners, what not only the CBSE wants to introduce, what is being mentioned in the National Education Policy. Understand how technology is general and AI in particular can help in making one a better self-learner, and have a personal toolkit that includes your mind maps, for example, for becoming a successful self-learner. That is only the thing which CBSE wants the teacher educators to become. Friends, those who are today have joined this particular event, where many school leaders will be honored, I want to tell you that the NEP 2020 at para 4.6, it is clearly mentioned that its thrust will be to move the education system towards real understanding and learning. That is, how to learn, and away from the culture of rote learning, which we generally we were practicing in our days. So its goal will be to create holistic and well-rounded individuals equipped with key 21st century skills. That is the mission of what Swami is asking about, what CBSE want to introduce, what CBSE want to integrate in the teacher's mind. Friends, self-learning is perhaps the most important 21st century skill. Once a person has learned how to learn, the person is on the way to become a self-learner. I could remember Robert Frost, the famous poet and the professor, said, "I am not a teacher, I am an awakener." And Richard Feynman, I could remember, in his famous lecture, he said, quoted Edward Gibbon, that the power of instruction is of little efficacy except in those fortunate dispositions where it is almost superfluous. So I mean to say that general principles of success apply to success in learning as well. When there is no learning, there is no success. Very often in the teaching process, we focus on transferring the prescribed content to the learner. But the process of learning is also about overcoming the challenges of ignorance. And success principles are applicable. One can learn not only from Stephen Covey's habits of successful people, but also from studying the attitudes and behaviors of unsuccessful people. So that if it is done by every teacher, then I think you can have a ultra learning happening in schools. And of course, I can say actually the answer to the question when we talk about who becomes a lifelong learner, who believes that when someone have a scientific temper with humanism as a fundamental work in the school, that yes, I have to learn and learn and learn. Nobody knows everything, whatever he has learned. There are always a chance to learn more. So then only he becomes a lifelong learner. So friends, developing a scientific temper should not be confused with a narrow specialization in scientific field. That only CBSE wants. And AI, specifically when we talk about AI helps in introducing all these aspects. It's not only in education, you might have seen. I have a brighter example I can tell you all, that there was a, in medical also, in operation also, these AI, AI machinery helps, or it works better than a human. A doctor which cannot operate what is happening in the brain, the AI helps nowadays operate, and a successful operation can happen with the help of AI. So there are various fields by which AI has become a successful, learning or toolkit for all of us. So my saying that in the days to come, when we talk about robotics, when we talk about computers, when we talk about all these things, AI is going to take a very important role. And with a fraction of seconds, as we SmartTel has a product, to identify the handwritings of, and immediately whatever the child has written can be formulated into a exact way by which the teachers can evaluate. So that is something very interesting, and a lot of things, AI can do it, and the product which SmartTel is having. And, I don't believe with, there are a lot of products, moving around in the world, in India also. But when I gone through, I have been into this product very particularly, very personally, and I found out the pros, cons and everything. Then I found that, yes, this product, because I never associate with many people, because when I associate someone, when I get myself convinced. So I feel this product will touch heights in the days to come. And my support to SmartTel will be always there. It's not only support, my idea involving to make it more brighter, make it more effective in schools, how that this can be very, very effective for the school leaders, because school leaders are going to use it. School teachers are going to use it. It is not always, we can say that it's not a replacement of a teacher, but it is going to help as a catalyst, it help as a, something input, so that teachers and school leaders can work it out very effectively. My sincere gratitude to all the people, those who have assembled here, and those who are getting award. You should feel honor. Yes, This is something AI champions, you're all really AI champions, are successfully using this product. In the days to come, we will move ahead with brighter, more inputs into it. Hopefully, I want also from all the educators who have joined, you put up your suggestions, because when you are all computer teacher, you are AI teacher, you are using this, you can also put up all the suggestions to us so that this product can be made more effective, more in a very prosperous way, so that every educator will feel happy and they can work it in a very less time consuming time. They can do it. So thank you once again, Smart Tail, Aslam and Swami, you are doing wonderful job. My full support will be there. And when we talk about CBSE, forget about CBSE, you are doing good thing. And CBSE, whatever you are doing it, CBSE has only the same mission, to have something which to be done. As you can see, the examination results are coming out. They are using a lot of AI inputs into it. I hope in the days to come, we too will be in front of CBSE to speak about Smart Tail in the days to come. So thank you very much, Ravi sir, Ajit sir, for your gracious presence, and hopefully your blessings will certainly matter for the development of Smart Tail. Thank you very much, all of you. With regards, namaskar.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. As usual, very inspiring. We have heard this from you quite a number of times, but to hear it again, and then whenever we hear you speak, and then the confidence that you instill in us is so important for us to move ahead. And I believe, yes, there will be a day, as you said, with your blessings, that there will be a day in which we will be probably the correction mechanism which CBSE uses for evaluating all the exam papers that is coming across. So that is one of the missions that we have. I think it's a long way to go. So any product takes months or years to actually years to get ironed out and get actually better. So as you said, the feedback from these teachers are really, really key. So it is not a product that we are Smart Tail is building and then coming and giving it to the teachers to start using. It is a product that they are building for themselves. We are just the servants who are actually cooking the food and giving it back to the teachers. So it's the master is ordering, all the gurus are the masters, and we are probably the back end, the cooks who are cooking the food and giving back to the teachers to taste it. If they don't like it, they can come and tell us again, hey, this is not good, please change, please add a little bit more salt, and we will be ready to do that. So, and when we want to prepare this food, we just don't want to prepare a tasty food, we want to prepare a very healthy food. So that is our mission. Thank you so much, Dr. Nayak. Thank you, sir, for again all your wishes. And I will turn it over to Dr. Ravi right now. Sir, we know that you still take training sessions for teachers. Teaching is always Ravi sir's passion. Every time I call him, mostly I will get a message saying that, Swami, I am in a training session. I will call you back after 2 hours. So invariably now I stopped calling him and I started sending him messages saying, sir, if you are not in training session, please call me back. This is the message I send him. So such a passionate teacher. And when we work with Ravi sir, his aspiration for technology is something it's a shock and awe, because he doesn't come from a technology domain at all. He's not learned computer science, or he's not an engineer like us. But sometimes I feel that maybe there's a lot of things that I have to sit and learn with Ravi sir on how he updates himself on what's happening new and why we are not implementing this, or how to do that, and why this is important. All these things have been abundant learnings. And I think there is no other better person to talk to teachers about why they should adopt AI and why it is the time. One of the examples that I showed was where we are ahead of all the other countries and we're probably moving in the right direction. But sir, I will request you to talk for a few minutes and explain to the teachers on why it is so important. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Namaskar and good evening to everybody. It's my pleasure to be a part of this today, the Deep Grade AI Tutor Champion Award. At the outset, on behalf of everybody who are gathered over here, I sincerely appreciate the courage Mr. Swaminathan Ganesh and Mr. Aslam Sharif. Both of them have left the very lucrative and high profile multinational or international domain job and come to India to contribute, especially in the field of education. When he mentioned about, my affection towards the smart tail, it is mainly because the cause in which that actually they are now taken up. When my first discussion with them, can AI help the teaching community? That was the first request I get. When I mentioned, what is that, sir, you want? Teachers do face a problem. One of the problem is that we waste, rather I'm using this word, I'm quoted, the waste when I say that the time of correction, sometimes it is so mundane and, routine way that keep doing that. We are not productive in our job. Can you do something like that? That they have worked out, they have come out with a wonderful solution today, which we all have actually experiencing that. So I found them that with all their experience, in the technology, they have come to very daringly entered into, India to start that. It's going to make a big difference now. Already it is started. Now, it's only a matter of time that it's going to definitely, even at a government level, they will even call them for a discussion. That's the level in which it is growing. I have been seeing the growth in which that they are coming, and I feel so happy. Like, when the child start walking and then running and then becoming very agile and energetic to do that, it's so nice to see that. And at this stage now, they also now reached many schools and motivate the many teachers to use this technology. And today we are now here to honor those teachers who are really done well. So this shows, as he rightly said, that it's a product which is actually building for the teaching community. You have to taste and you have to tell them that where things can be done. This because this is going to revolutionize the education industry. Globally is going to have an impact. And people like Dr. Ajit Nayak and Dr. Ajit Jain sir, they have been connecting them also to the international level schools, and that India is going to be so proud of that. I'm telling you, see, now the other day, even Prime Minister Modi ji was mentioning that the way startup in India is picking up. See, the startup is not something new, innovative, very courageous. Youngsters are coming now. The India is now in the hands of the youngsters. And this is a Deep Grade is one of the such type of proud product, which is actually going to make a big difference. And it is entering into the men-making mission. It is not like, the food delivery or a carpooling, technology. I keep quoting this. They are entering into this such a wonderful domain of helping the teachers. In turn, the teachers are going to influence the life of the children. Let me quote my personal experience as a teacher, that how now the present day teachers are so lucky to use this type of technology. In 90s, when I was a teacher, every test, after my test, I always invariably, I'll see that the question paper is actually discussed again, and I will make a question-wise matrix analysis. I'll tell my class leader, write the name of all the students, write the number of questions on the other axis, and just start recording. I will ask them, question number 1, how many of you got full mark? If it is 1 mark, how many got 1 mark? If somebody got 0, tell 0. Just they will raise the hand. That leader will just now put the entry and all those things. And you'll give such a big, the 2-page sheet to me saying that, sir, this is the type of performance of the student. I'm telling you, this is because people used to ask me also when I was in the Navodaya Vidyalaya as a teacher, my performance in the class performance will be somewhere between 80 to 85 to 90 is the subject average. How it has happened means I need to do even after every unit test, I make such type of analysis. What did I come to know that? I know it's a Herculean task. What did I come to know that? I will come to know that from this concept, how many have not understood in my class. That's a message I got it. And that every time I keep, that every year I improved upon that by doing that exercise. But how difficult, as a teacher to find out, okay, this concept, this many students, when I look at that boy or a girl, I'll say, oh, this girl has not understood my concept. So that's the way I used to address them. So now things have become so easy. Yeah, children are and so nice to see this deep grade product. And now the way that every day you can conduct a test, you teach a class and just immediately conduct a one small class test based on the whatever you talked, and make the children to submit and upload it in the deep grade. And by within an hour or so, you get the complete report. After 40 students in the class, how many have understood what you spoke in the class? What else can technology? It's wonderful it is. I feel now the teachers see learning is not at all a problem. The child is able to get in a click of that, he can reach any type of it. But now assessment is a problem. As Ajit sir was telling about that in a major issue in that NEP is that how are you going to, we talk about 360-degree evaluation, but even the pen and paper what is written by the student is actually not able to exactly evaluate it. When technology does, see, technology is always accuracy, the efficiency, unbiased. See, when this human being is in, naturally that you cannot replace the human being, but it does all the work and give it to you so that you can do your smart work. Today, the world, that we want smart teachers. It is not simply tech-savvy teachers. We need a smart teachers. How does this smartness comes? When you have been supplemented or you have been provided with such type of data, and you are forced to become smart, and that gives a lot of clarity to you. So that is how I look at this product. The deep grade. I must say that it is the sweat and I should say the effort of Mr. Aslam and Swaminathan ji and his entire team. I know I have seen all the young team. They are working round the clock in that in their unit. This all shows that they are very seriously working out that this product is day by day is evolving. And this evolving, it depends on the amount of input, what we provide them that. I'm sure that all this, the teachers who are going to be awarded should feel themselves that they are also proud of such a wonderful product which is coming out of our own, India, and which is going to be the message for the entire world. Today, you're telling that, that even US is now calling for such a competition for an assessment. That means, though they feel that they are a developed country, but this is the area where nobody thought. I really salute this team who thought about this is the area neglected. They could have very well done it in some other, auto industry, which would have fetched them, few $1 million in the future. But now they are entered into such type of field. It is going for generations, going to help the people. That is why I actually being touched by the product in which is going to do this important role in this. So I'm sure with the support of everyone, and they are at the very brighter path of the growth and the exponential growth. I must say that it is it's not ordinary growth. I can see that every month, sometimes he says, I'm reporting to sir. No, it's not that. It's like that. It's a curiosity. I keep asking them. Every time, whenever we make a call, sir, today we have done that. We have completed the chemical equation balancing. Today we are able to do this, diagram recognition, and all these things are highly encouraging. It's not a joke. It's not a technology of just ordinarily can be implemented, because they are innovating something on their own. That is how their international patent, it's a matter of days, they will just get it. And it's a unique, and all those who are now today here in this part of this program, or the session, you are all going to be the proud partner or the contributor of this great product. So on behalf of every one of you, I really wish them the the grand success in all their work, and may Almighty give them the complete strength. They should go with the same zeal and energy. I don't know how many hours they sleep, and they work day and night, and their entire focus is they want to see that this product is going to come out in a bigger way to make a big influence in the life of the student community through the teachers. As Nayak sir was telling this, these teachers are being awakened now. Through the product, they are awakened. No more they are mamuli teachers. No, that's not like that. They are going to be a smart teachers, and in turn, they have to awaken the students, and that's what the awakened society. So we will all look for the wonderful, the days to ahead of us, and I wish them all good luck. Thank you, everyone, and thanks for your time. I hope I have not taken much time. Thank you. Yes.
Wonderful, sir. Thank you so much for such kind words. I believe that we will be able to keep up to both the pace and as well as to the targets that we need to achieve for building the product along. And thank you so much, sir, for being here. I think we are almost at 1800 hours right now, right time for the awarding ceremony. So I would request Radhika to take over. And then I know that if we had done this in a proper hotel or proper an awarding place, we would have definitely called each and every teacher and did it more efficiently. But this is more of, though everyone cannot meet offline now, we still thought that we need to do this. So this is the reason where there will be slides moved across and each of the teachers' names will be called over. And there will be a physical copy of the certificate that we will courier to your school address, which you will be able to conduct along with a small token of appreciation from our end as well. So without any further ado, I will leave it over to Radhika to take up. And thank you, Ajit sir. Thank you, Ravi sir. Thank you, Nayak sir, for all your time and for being here. And I request you to stay for another 30 more minutes. I know that the schedule is really busy, but please do stay for the awarding ceremony as well. And then wish all the teachers and wish us as well. Thank you so much. Really a pleasure. Radhika, over to you.
Thank you so much, Samita, thank you so much, Ajit sir, Ravi sir, and
So Radhika, your voice is very feeble. We are not able to hear you clearly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now it's clear. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So now we have reached the most important part of the session, the AI Tutor Champion Awards. When we say AI Tutor Awards, it's not just about the teachers who use AI into their process day-to-day teaching and learning. Here are the teachers who understood the importance of taking artificial intelligence into their daily teaching and learning process, who brought AI to their teaching to make it more efficient, who took the inferences to their classrooms to make the personalized teaching experience to their children in their day-to-day classes, who took efforts to improve the quality of education in their schools. So with this, we are entering into the awards. The first person receiving the award is from Doon Public School, Mr. Shubham Garg. He is a person who played a vital part in taking artificial intelligence to the classrooms every day and who took the initiative in training all the other teachers and students of their school towards AI-based education. Congratulations, Mr. Shubham.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. A very good evening to everyone here, all the respected dignitaries. Dr. Priyadarshi Nayak sir, who is the guiding force for me in heading me and my school towards AI, and who is making us really empowered with the latest technology and the tools. Warm greetings to Aslam sir, Ajit sir, Ravi sir, Swami sir, and the entire deep grade team. I am Shubham Garg from Doon Public School, Hathras, Uttar Pradesh, and I am happy, so happy, and so privileged to receive this honor from the whole SmartTail team. Being an AI educator, I can totally understand how and why, and this AI application like this is playing a bigger role in the fourth industrial revolution, which we called as AI revolution. Regarding the deep grade, as we know, it is an application which uses the NLP to first detect the handwriting of the students and not only just matches the text, but also sees the context in which the answers is being written. So in this way, we can say that this application is different from the others which are in the market. Also, it is also reducing that monotonous work of us, the teachers, and so that we can focus more on the quality and not on the quantity of the questions which we are going to assess. So we can create our own worksheets, our own quizzes. We can upload every kind of digital educational content there. And the report gives us detailed analysis of each and every questions, how the students are attempting it, whether they are able to do it or not. And on the Bloom's taxonomy, we can understand how we can further revamp our lesson plan and do the needful. The latest feature of the deep grade, which is to analyze the equations, is another milestone achieved by the team. So kudos to the team for that also. Having taken numerous workshops of AI from CD Foundation much before CBSE introduced it, then from CBSE, from Pansar, motivated from Nayak sir for this. So I can surely say that this AI applications like this is the future of the digital education system, because it can customize in a customized way, it can give learning to the students. So I congratulate the whole deep grade team for this achievement that they have reached this far in making the schools realize the positive impact, which is again another challenge of the AI in practicality. The support from the team is really, really praiseworthy, and I recommend strongly to my teachers as well as other schools to use the app. So next time when a teacher asks me that he's feeling a little troublesome in assessing the students, I just say to them, go and do the deep grade. I pray to God that this team goes much ahead in future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shubham sir. Next we have J School from Salem. One of the pioneer institution initiated both digital and AI grading in their school. The teachers who made it possible with their efforts day to day in their school, bringing all the other teachers inside the platform. Mr. Henry Person.
So first, probably a word about Jai Group of Schools. I'm very proud to say that Jai Group of School is the first school in 2019 December to sign the first MOU for deep grade. Even when we didn't have the product, they were the first school to sign, and then they were really thrilled to use the product. I'm really thankful for Mr. Jai Murugan. I'm not sure if Jai is there in the call today, but in any case, my heartfelt gratitude to Jai Group of Schools and to the teachers. Congratulations to the teachers.
Sure, thank you, sir. And Mr. Krishna Kumar from Jai Group of Schools.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And thank you, ma'am. Actually, there is a saying like this: "Tell me, I forget; show me, I remember." Involve. So, whenever we are trying to involve this kind of AI grading to the both teachers and students, they could understand the topic in the way of what education and this kind of applications too, and they involve themselves in this. So I would like to thank to the Smartile team. Thank you, ma'am. Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Henry sir, for your kind words. The next we have KSR Akshara Academy from Tiruchengodu, Mrs. Uma Maheshwari. She incorporated AI grading and trained her students in their schools towards a greater transformation in a very short span of time, who took the inferences from this analysis into her day-to-day education as well. Congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Happy New Year, everybody who have gathered here. I am very happy to receive this Tutor Award. In this special occasion, I would like to convey my thanks to my beloved director ma'am as well as principal ma'am for giving me this opportunity to explore with deep grade. And this my special thanks to Sivakumar sir as well as Radhika ma'am for their friendly approach. Thank you so much, ma'am. Especially my special thanks to the total team of deep grade as Smartile for selecting me for this Tutor Trophy Award. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you. Congratulations again, ma'am. Next, we have Venkateshwara Matriculation School from Chennai, who is also one of the pioneer institutions who taken up AI grading, who made the best use of deep grade analysis and the reports from their assessments and created inferences from it and took it further to their classrooms every day. Especially Mr. Shankara Narayanan from their team and his involvements towards AI made the best uses into in his classes and provided us his great observations and suggestions in parts of our development. From this school, we have Mrs. Leela K, Mr. Shankara Narayanan, and Ms. Mary Kalista. Congratulations, team.
Thank you, Radhika.
Thank you, sir. And next we have Sri Narayana Mission Matriculation School from Coimbatore, Mr. A. Vignesh, Ms. Divya Prabha, and Ms. Anjana. At the time of this pandemic situation, this particular school invested their best efforts in initiating the advanced technology-based education at their school, and who brought in their entire team towards this mission and who provided their efforts in training each and every teacher in their school and made it successful. Congratulations, team.
Thank you, ma'am.
Great.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And next we have Vishwa Vikash High School from Telangana, a school who made vivid usage of not just the AI product, but all the other digital features of Deep Grade and towards a blended education system in their classrooms every day. From here, we have Mrs. Shravani, Ms. Sarita, and Ms. Prashanti.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. So, thank you very much, ma'am, in receiving this award. Especially, I thanks for Deep Grade Smartel, and I thank my principal, ma'am, in using. I don't know how to use this Deep Grade app, but our principal, ma'am, helped us how to use this Deep Grade app, and especially thanks to Radhika, ma'am, and Shyam sir in helping me by using this. And how I received this award, I don't know that. Especially thanks to Deep Grade app, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Congratulations again. Next up, we have Maranagaudar Matriculation School from Coimbatore, an exciting team who worked towards the crux and the benefit of AI in their day-to-day teaching and learning process, where the team understood the need and importance of this transformation and taken it to all their teachers and students and parents, who explained each and every person why this is important to take it to the next level. From this school, we have Ms. Satya, Ms. Arul Kanmani, Ms. Pavitra, Ms. Agalya, Mr. Anbarasu, and Ms. Adagaprabha. Congratulations, team.
I think the principal of the school, Mr. Suresh Kani, is also there in the meeting today. And then I would request him to say a few words because the whole school, I mean, we always see one thing whenever we want to upgrade Deep Grade. At 12 a.m., we will see whether are there any users who are using Deep Grade, and there will be one or two users from Maranagaudar school who's actually using Deep Grade, and we cannot upgrade. So we will sleep, and then we will wake up at 5 a.m. and then do the upgrade. So that level of usage from Maranagaudar school has been really appreciative for us. So I will request if Mr. Suresh Kani, the principal of Maranagaudar school, which is about 113 years old. The school was formed 113 years back, and which was started by Annie Besant, the freedom fighter actually, and then they've been going really strong. And my best congratulations to Maranagaudar school for keeping up the tradition, but also catching up with technology. So I request if Mr. Suresh Kani is there to say a few words.
Good evening to everyone. Sir, is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, please go ahead.
Very thank you for this great opportunity. Our teachers are always eagerly waiting for any updation and any improving activities. So this year we are very proudly receiving your Deep Grade platform. and we are using very interestingly. Parents and students are very happily using this app, and AI gives us very most of the special grade to our school teaching, and good name, additional extra names, and another milestone for our school. So we are very proudly say that thank you for the team and the SmartTile company, and especially Swami sir and Aslam sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. So with this, we are moving on to Olivia Enlightened English School, Mrs. Shruti Chakrabarti and Mr. Mriganka De. A team with inclusiveness towards the best benefits to their children, who initiated this remarkable journey of AI transformation in their classrooms. Congratulations, team. So I think with this, we come to the conclusion of, okay, so we have Mr. Satish from Manchester International School, who actually took up AI transformation very quickly, who had the interest towards learning the process so eagerly, and taken up this thing to his children, and also now he started his journey towards taking it to the other teachers of his school as well. We have Mr. Satish. Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. So I think with this, we come to the conclusion of the awardees. I would kindly request Mr. Aslam, sir, to give the thank you note.
Thank you, Radhika. I think you can stop sharing your screen so that we can see the guests. All right. Thank you very much. So let me, I've been given the task of delivering this vote of thanks. So how much ever I keep telling thank you, it might not be sufficient. Dr. Ajit sir, first, we as SmartTile have embarked the journey of not just grading solution, but creating awareness of AI among the educators. We learned today from you an important other aspect of AI, all inclusive. It's very close to our heart. So we follow day in and day out, but very great, and glad to hear you speak about the AI and the visions that you had done in past. And then we just want to let you know that we might need your guidance and support going forward as well. We thank you so much for your support and visionary thought process over here. Thank you, sir. Dr. Nayak ji, we have seen you make others speak in all the events that we have seen, but this is the first time me and Swami personally experiencing you talking here. And then it has made us like one thing clear, why there are so many followers behind Dr. Nayak. It's very clear now. And then this shows that people reach out to you mainly because of the right direction that you point to. That's the message that we get, and the importance of skill and upskill, right? That you brought it out in a very nice manner to the teachers. So it shows you the visionary leader that we are collaborating with. Thank you very much for the support that you have been giving, and we will collaborate with you much more. Thank you, sir. Dr. Ravi sir, as we always say, it's always a pleasure to hear you. The way you articulate the basic understanding how the teacher has to understand and relate it, it is much more motivating for a teacher to hear. Smart teacher is something that you coined today. That is very much, I think the teachers who are on the call will understand the meaning and essence of how to become really a smart teacher. How much ever we thank you, it is not sufficient for not just for the support, feedback, the brainstorming sessions that we had, so much amount of time that we have eaten your time, and all the valuable inputs that you have given, and you will continue to do. So this journey is going to continue with you. So thank you very much for all the support that you have given us. And we are really happy. Me and Swami personally are very happy to see awarding these many people today it gives us an idea of what we intended to take this in terms of AI. We are able to really see. When Shubham Garg spoke about NLP and then the way it resolves and all of that, we understood that, okay, the thing that me and Swami have been talking in meetings and meetings today, it reached someone, and then someone tells back to us that this is how you solve. We feel that we have taken the right direction. We will be able to cover this for every tier 2, tier 3. We talked about J schools in Salem, which is where we started initially, and then today they are part of the game. So we want to ensure that we reach to the villages, rural, urban, every corner where people, teachers get enabled with AI and they start talking about AI. And finally, this award is not just for motivating the teachers. This award is for motivating the support team of the deep grade, which is working in the back end. Radhika, Ashok Kumar, Sham, all the people who have been pulling and trying to train the teachers. This is a motivation and an award for all of you as well from the management side. So thank you all for the support that you have given us, and we'll end this session with a good note. Thank you very much.
All the best for your future, Smart Tail and team.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much for the blessing, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all. Thank you. We will conclude the session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Priyadarshi Nayak and Ajit sir and all others.
Thank you, Ravi.
Thank you, Dr. Ravi, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.